Hello. This is the taste of wildcard success. We are 24 minutes from the deadline. I've told myself I am making no more changes. So I put out 2 drafts on Twitter earlier. This is neither of them, but it's very close. Basically, I went for De Bruyne and Dini, and then DFAU said that they said that he's trained all week, had 8 days rest, and I want Lacazette ahead of De Bruyne. I just prefer the fixtures. I want to take Lacazette was straight in my mind. It was just that Everton game that put me off. I know he didn't score against Napoli, but he played well. So basically, because DFAU is now fit, and I don't really need him this week, so if he doesn't play and he has to be rested for the next couple of games, that actually works out okay for me. And also, one other thing I've changed is instead of having Ryan and Duffy, I've gone for Duffy and Dunk. That lets me play Lloris this week. Now, I prefer Trippier, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not sure Trippier will necessarily play all the way to the end of the season. And maybe that's the wrong way of looking at it, I don't know, but that's the way I've looked at it. So this way I get double Brighton defence still, but I play Lloris, and I have enough money in the bank to do Dunk to Laporte. The exact money, in fact. So if he goes up in price, I'm screwed. But this is it. I think this is it. I don't think I'm going to change now. Duffy captain. Look, Duffy could go wrong. Like I said on the stream last night, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. We know people are going to be, I told you so, why'd you captain Duffy? And again, I will think, yeah, good point actually, I captained the Brighton defender in double gaming. That was pretty stupid. But I'm just not sure who's going to start for Spurs. I know Duffy's going to start twice unless he gets a red card or injured. And I don't know, none of the single game week players are really sticking out at me. Laporte rises tonight. Oh, are you serious? That's bad. Let me have a look. I literally won't be able to bring him in if he rises tonight. Oh, I didn't check that. Do I still get DFA? Oh, I don't need this now. I wish you hadn't told me that. I wish I just missed it. Anyway, whatever. People talking about Son and Eriksen might not play, but that's not going to be the case for the rest of the season. Just remember, you're not just building this wild card for this week. So, don't panic. If I get Laporte in, though, that means I've only got Duffy. I've only got one Brighton double gamer player. That doesn't seem right. I could transfer Laporte in as soon as the deadline hits. The reason, by the way, that I've gone DFA instead of Redmond is because, again, I'm not going to play him this week. And the Redmond has 2 away fixtures, one of which is Watford. And granted, I'm not even sure about Lacazette versus Watford. They've been pretty good at home. No Trippier, no. Not going to go for Trippier. Yeah, I could bring Laporte straight in, but that just doesn't seem... No, not sure about that. Maybe I'll just get him now. Why do you need 2 Brighton defenders? I mean, good point. There's no way I get Laporte after the deadline. No way. Take a hit. Nah. What if he gets injured? I could bring Batonga in. And get rid of Lloris. Consider Bolly over Doherty for certainty of starts. I mean, I'm not sure Doherty gets rotated that much now. They've got nothing else to play for apart from the league. So I'm just going to stick with him. Although, if I could save 0.1 million, that would give me leeway on the Laporte rise. And the easiest way to do that would probably be Doherty to Bolly or Valerie to Bednarak. I really like Valerie, though. I think Bednarak's still 4. How much do I want double Brighton defence? That's the question. I've looked at De Bruyne, but it's just Man United and Spurs. And no guarantee he plays both games. So I figure I'll just take a risk, punt, whatever you want to call it, on Lacazette with better fixtures. They're not easy fixtures, Palace and Wolves. But they're better than Spurs and Man United, I would say. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm hoping as well Arsenal play a similar team to they played against... that they used against Napoli as well. Why are you captaining Duffy? I mean, it's a great question. It's a great question. Have we overlooked Everton assets? Nah, come on. Who wants Everton players at this time of the season? Let's remember that. Let's have a look at their fixtures. Aren't they pretty bad? I've barely looked at them, if I'm honest. Even though they got loads of clean sheets. I mean, Fulham's fixtures aren't that bad, actually. Fulham away, Man United at home, Palace away, Burnley at home, Spurs away. Do I want any of their players ahead of who I've got? Nah, definitely not. Maybe I've overlooked them, though. I mean, I've literally overlooked them. Am I against Vardy captain? No, but it is Newcastle. I wouldn't expect another kind of double figure haul necessarily. But a man's in form. Why not back him? The other thing is about Laporte. I've done my spreadsheet for defenders. Dunk and Duffy can be benched. Okay, in Gameweek 36, I think I would play Robertson, Duffy, plus one of Valerie or Doherty. I can't remember which one. So I don't even need Dunk. And at some point, I can make another transfer. What is this? Let me just get rid of this rubbish. Sorry, Donna. What are you thinking going Robertson ahead of Doherty? I mean, the problem with Doherty, I'm not, even though I've got him in my team, I'm not quite convinced about clean sheets, and they're away from home. I expect Southampton to score. And so would Hazard score against Liverpool? Maybe, but they're at Anfield. So I'm going to go for the Liverpool man. I love how divisive the Duffy captaincy is. I can't wait to see what the total actual stats are for how many people captain. The funny thing is, if you look at Twitter today, Duffy is template, boring, maverick, I don't know, stupid, boring. I already said that. I've already run out of words to describe. But yeah, people have been saying it's safe, it's boring. It's the template option. Others have been saying it's stupid, it's maverick. I don't know which it is. Stupid, probably. Do I plan Dunk to Laporte? I do. Also, one other player that might be interesting ahead of Valerie is Yoshida. I'm just going to have a quick look at Bednar a sec, though, while I'm just sat here drinking beer, really. How many minutes do I expect for Son? I really don't know. Not enough to captain him. Not confident enough to captain him, anyway. Let's have a look. Why won't you come on over, Valerie? I think Benarax. Yeah, 4 million. Maybe I just do that. Not that I need Laporte. If I don't go Laporte this week, if I don't go for Laporte in the double, I could just play Dunk in the double, save a transfer, and then just get someone else in. Maybe get Trent or someone in. So I might just leave it, to be honest. Bednarak's bonus potential much better. Valerie does get in the box, though. I liked him when I saw him play. I'm going to stick. I think. I'll decide in a minute. What else have we got here? Heart rate is going up. This is unhealthy. Chill. It'll all be over in 14 minutes. Plus, this is it now. Once this is over, there's no real big deadlines then. I suppose last day of the season if you've got something to play for. As soon as it hits 7 o'clock, I'm going to be like, I actually captained Duffy. What an idiot. Yeah, Valerie to Bednar. I mean, I'm bench boosting them. I don't know how often I'm really going to play that Southampton player. So maybe I should just go for Bednarak. Give myself the option of Laporte. If I don't want to do it next week, I don't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm glad I didn't. Thanks to GWiz for pointing out that he was going up in price. So if I do this, good old Bednarak, then that gives me 6.1 for Dunk. Job done. Hopefully I haven't overlooked anything else at this point. Thanks for that. I'm actually thinking about putting DFA second on the bench. Against Arsenal though. No, I'm going to stick. Okay. Being an Arsenal fan, you're not going for Lacazette. I mean, I'm not convinced about that Aubameyang injury. I mean, it's only the Metro. No one else has picked up on it. So I'm really not convinced of that. Just imagine though, if Duffy scores a goal, it will be the best thing that ever happened to you in 2019. That's a really good point, actually. I could always remove Duffy over Dunk, but I'm just gonna. I think I'd rather have Duffy. So. Luckily, I'm going out after this stream. I've literally just got in from the gym. Had something to eat really quick. Jumped on for a stream. Shower. Back out. Just forget about this whole wildcard thing. Part of me just thinks I could just go for Laporte this week, to be honest. Do I think they can get a clean sheet against Crystal Palace away? Quite possibly. Pardon me. No love for Firmino over Mane, but then I'd have to drop one of Jimenez, Aguero, Lacazette. I know a lot of people would say drop Lacazette, but I'm not gonna. What's up, Bradley? Yeah, but I want 2 Brighton defenders. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stick. So hopefully Laporte doesn't go up again. Hopefully Dunk's not near. Dunk can't be near. No, I'm not even going to check. He can't be near falling, can he? Honestly, it would be hilarious if Dunk's the one that ends up scoring. Nah, I'm not going out for the Leicester game. Just a coincidence. I don't want to see Vardy scoring a hat-trick. Pogba over Son or Eriksen. Look, if one of those two gets benched, yes, maybe Pogba is better this week. Over the course of the next few weeks, I'm not so sure. They do have Huddersfield and Cardiff on the last two game weeks, but obviously you can get Pogba in then if you need to. See if Man United's form improves a bit. Man United could be nice captains in game week 38. Martial is someone I really considered punting on for this wildcard. So I think he's definitely going to start against West Ham. I know all about how much of a risk Brighton is, but I'm going for it. Gotta be done. If Brighton were playing tonight, I'd try and watch, yeah. Or at least hope it's on in the pub. Leicester might be on, actually, where I'm going. Depends if there's rugby or something on. If anyone's out in Galway tonight, let me know. Punt on McTominay. Nah, don't think so. Personally. He's cheap, though. I mean, the fact that Herrera... I mean, Solskjaer almost did a Mourinho today. He was kind of implying that Herrera's not injured. He's just got his eyes on this PSG move. And that's what's making him injured. I'm surprised that hasn't... I suppose more people haven't talked about that. Because it did sound a lot like Mourinho would say. So if Herrera's out, McTominay could play. Played really well against PSG. Not the worst option. I'm in Galway, yeah. You're drinking a can in Galway, nice. I had some bottles left over, so I got the missus to put them in the fridge. Don't think you want to see me in a wetsuit trying to surf. Am I nervous? Nah, not really. Yeah, Craig, the Laporte price was discussed. I mean, ultimately, I don't want to make that transfer tonight. Would I take Sterling over Mane if money was no issue? I mean, money is always an issue, for one. So it's hard to get that out of my mind. Obviously, Sterling's got one extra game, but they're pretty tough. Whereas Mane's got Chelsea, but then Huddersfield and Cardiff. I'd probably go Sterling, yeah. King's Head 10 plus. I'll probably be in a bit later than that. Maybe I'll put a tweet out. King's Head at 10, that means I'd have missed the Leicester game. Triple Brighton defence is Shaw Morrison, Captain Ryan. Wow, good luck with that. That'd be amazing if you put it off. Yeah, look, there's been loads of content this week, and I know obviously my mind has changed, but hopefully that's at least a little bit relatable. I don't think anyone builds a team right at the start of the week and then doesn't change it at all. And obviously we had injury news, the Kane news was huge. So hopefully there's been at least somewhat of a difference between each different video that's been announced without just, you know, I would never purposely choose an answer I don't really think at the time. Dick Duckworth, thanks very much. Any Swedish beer? I don't know if you can really get Swedish beer over here. Get Swedish cider like Kopparberg and Recordlig. Well, I've really gone off cider recently. I still like the Brighton triple up. I'm not fully against it. But Foster gives you... The thing is, if I'm getting Lloris, I'm going to play him every single game week. So Foster has a better double game week for the bench boost. So I'm not against the triple up. It's just I've not gone for it for kind of the reasons I just said. I actually still like the triple up, to be honest. I love it, by the way. We only have like 25 minutes until the deadline from when I started the stream. And we still end up talking about cider and beer. Look, I think Lukaku's an okay option this week. Do I think he's 100% going to keep starting as number 9? I wouldn't be... Like, I don't want to put people off because West Ham's a good fixture. But at the end of the day, there's every chance... Like, I think Martial definitely starts this week. And I think there's a good chance Lingard does too. Because they both came on late in the Barcelona game. So if they go back to 4-3-3, Martial left, Lingard right, it could be Rashford up front. Obviously, I think he played the full game. Or came off right near the end. Lukaku came off a bit earlier. So that might play into Lukaku's hands. But ultimately, I wouldn't be brave enough myself to think that's going to happen. But don't let me... I'm not trying to put you off. I'm just trying to give you my point of view, really. Like, if at the end of the day, if you think that's the way to go for it. And also, although we've only got a few weeks left, Lukaku structure-wise is quite nice because you can switch to pretty much any other striker. Or if you bank a transfer, maybe use 2 in game week 36 or something and spread the money around a bit. Excuse me. Did Ward-Prowse get close to making my squad? I actually always had Redmond, to be honest. Why no Valerie? Basically, I've only left myself the exact money to do Dunk to Laporte next week, and Laporte's going to rise tonight, so I won't be able to do it. So Valerie to Bednarak gives me 0.1 million. I mean, Lukaku's not rubbish, and he's very much a bully, flat track bully, and West Ham, the way they're playing at the moment, could be decent. Huddersfield and Cardiff last 2 games could be decent. But for me, I'd rather worry about how to get Lukaku for those last 2 games than get him now. If that makes sense. Right, this is the point where I refresh my team over and over again just to make sure everything's right. Captain Duffy, Vice Captain Son. I'm happy with that. DFA ahead of Doherty, just about maybe. Just about. Opus, have one on me, I will. Thanks very much. Cheers for the content this week. No worries, thanks for watching. The support's been great. Loads of likes, which I know it's boring hearing about it, but it really does help out the channel. I think we've had, I'm just checking now actually. Must have had over 50,000 views this week. Obviously there's been a lot of videos every week, but that's still a lot. So thanks very much. Cheers to you all. People are so, by the way, people are so panicked right now about the wildcard and getting it locked in that they've forgotten there's no polls. There's no polls. Let's see. 20,000, 31. ID's way past 60,000, 50,000. Yeah. Cheers, Cam. Alex, is Son a good captain? If you think he's going to start, then absolutely, it's Huddersfield. I know you said you wanted to crack the top 10k by the end of the season. Is top 5 a possibility? Absolutely, yeah. But obviously, there's only so many weeks left. I'm playing against a lot of active managers, a lot of good managers at this point. So it's going to be harder and harder to climb rank. But top 5 is possible, but because the points are so close, it's also very possible that I could fall in rank. So we'll see. We shall see. Sun captain for me, it's Huddersfield. At the end of the day, that's a good enough reason for me. Duncan Duffy are not a yellow card away from suspension. They need to get to 10 now before they're suspended. They're only on like 4. Highest rank was just inside the top 5k. Jota or Deeney to start. I almost had Deeney this week instead of DFA, and I had Jota, and I would have played Jota personally. But Deeney is at home. Yeah, 1,200 people watching. If you could all like the stream, that would be much appreciated. Robin, thanks for that. No, not a chance. I definitely consider Ryan. I think Ryan's a great option this week. I only didn't go for him for reasons I mentioned earlier about getting the double and still playing Lloris. A Duffy red card after 5 minutes would be legendary. Not going to lie to you. Laporte or Robertson? I would probably start Laporte, personally, out of the two. I mean, by the way, if you're still asking me questions now, you've got about 60 seconds left to confirm, so don't leave anything up to chance now. Just get it confirmed. Get it confirmed and done. Eriksen captain. I actually think Eriksen captain is a really good shout this week. You think he would definitely play, but again, you don't know. Hazard needed? I don't think so, but obviously he's been in such good form, he could still be a good, decent option. Laporte or Lindelof? Laporte, for sure. Don't captain Duffy because of me. Captain because you think he's the best option. I can Ruben, but I don't want to. Cheers, Jesper. Look, Son I love. He probably will punish me, but at least I own them. Okay, are we through the deadline? Not yet. Last minute Salah transfer. Actually, yeah, no Salah. Probably no Salah till the end of the season now. I mean, let's see when they play Huddersfield at home. Are we in yet? We are locked in. Wow. Actually... And I'm just tweeting out, actually captain Shane Duffy, a defender who plays for Brighton. How stupid does that sound? Okay, I'm locked in. Shane Duffy captain. Dunk there as well. Lloris. Lads, I hope it goes well. Just remember, or try and remember, there is nothing you can do now. Turn FPL off. You cannot change it, etc., etc. It's been good knowing you. Look, you know me. If Duffy gets a red card, if he scores a hat, well, not a hat trick, but if he, gets a double-figure haul, I will be back regardless. I mean, I will be back a little bit later this week because Obviously, the game week doesn't finish till Tuesday, but let's see. See what happens. Duffy. But yeah, that's it. Bench boost next week. And then a couple of transfers. Then it's the end of the season. The sun is starting to shine more. Looking forward to the break now. Next stream will probably be Tuesday. Duffy captain. Okay. I'm not transferring Laporte, no. Absolutely not. I should take a screenshot of something, actually, when I think of it. Before I refresh this team. Right. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, hit the like button if you enjoyed that. I know it was a very quick one. I'm going to leave it there because what else is there to talk about? Well, I suppose what's... Hang on. I take it Vardy started. Yeah, Vardy, yeah, it's the usual team. Oh, look who's there. Harry bloody Maguire. Welcome back. Get out of my team. If he scores now... God damn it. God damn it. I don't even care he's playing for Newcastle. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Go and like the stream on your way out. And I'll catch you next week. Have a good weekend. Fingers crossed for a good one. Catch you later.